Welcome back to the Midterm Rental Mastery Show. My name is Tanishia Epps, and I am a real estate investor based in Richmond, Virginia. And today, I and my guest host here, Ace, oh, he'll look at the camera. He's so super cute. Hey, sweetie. Today, we are going to talk to you about midterm rentals and a case study from a situation I'm actually working through right now with an insurance client. So the title of the video is Insurance Guest Case Study, Purpose or Profit. Now, you guys hear me talk a lot about the guest experience and providing a service to the guests. And yes, in midterm rentals, we can make a very good amount of money, but also I care about serving people, and the service piece is the most important to me. And so I want to tell you today about a situation that I'm actually dealing with as of today that I'm trying to work a client through. So a lot of people ask, where do I get midterm rental guests? First thing, again, you guys know how I feel about the term midterm rental. It means nothing if you don't have a client avatar. But remember, there are so many ways that these people can find you. So this one in particular is on a house that I have in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it's actually a rental arbitrage. Now, the amount I pay for arbitrage on this house is somewhere in the $2,200 to $2,300 range. I got a few of them. So this one's somewhere $2,200 to $2,300, and it is fully furnished. This is one I did work with the designer to get the unit set up, even though it wasn't the greatest experience on that one. Some of my other ones have been a lot better with designers that I've been working with. But this one is fully furnished. So I had a guest that left the property, and their move out date was on if I remember correctly, this one was July the 2nd. And I didn't actually have a new guest lined up yet. Well, sure enough, I get an inquiry on Airbnb. Remember, I continue to tell people, still list your property on Airbnb, still list your property on VRBO, because people are looking there. So this was a weekend. This client needed to move immediately. They had a water leak in their house. They have a family of 6 people. So for them, staying in a hotel is not necessarily a great experience. So they booked with me through Airbnb. Now, normally, I would have pulled them off the platform and tried to work directly with them and whichever third-party agency they're working with, or on occasion, you'll work with the insurance company directly, but it is extremely rare that that happens, and that's just based off of how they do their business. So the guest books with me through Airbnb. Now, Airbnb has a lot of fees, right? So I don't know a lot about the guests other than the reason why they're staying. I ask a ton of questions. I still always do that no matter what. When I get inquiries, I do not have instant book on any of those platforms at all, because I want to be able to vet people. And so this guest said that they needed to stay with me for a month. So they booked with me for a month on Airbnb. The rate that they booked at was $9,600 for the month. So I got that booking at $9,600 off of Airbnb. Now, again, you guys are like, oh my gosh, who do I go list with for midterm rentals? Please just put your property on Airbnb still. There's a whole section about monthly stays, and I'll go over that in another day. But Airbnb. So $9,600, right? And so my all-in cost on that property every month is somewhere between $2,600 to $2,700, just give or take. How much electricity may be used, how much water may be used based on the number of people that are in the property. So 1 month, great. Well, here's a tip. Always check in with your guests at least 2 weeks before your expiration of your lease, especially 1 week before if you haven't done it 2 weeks ahead, to ask them if they're planning to extend or if they need to extend. There are so many reasons why people would extend. My travel medical professionals extend all the time because they like the assignments, and also the hospitals still need people. So this guest needed to extend. Now here comes the problem. They have a limited budget on their insurance. You do not always know that up front. So they call me up because I had their phone number, which I got from Airbnb, but I had also spoken to them before. So they call me up and they say, hey, Tanisha, we only have about $5,000 left on our coverage, and then we're done. So where everyone sits here and thinks that insurance is like these major high dollar amounts and you can charge $15,000 a month and $20,000 a month, that is not the case for everybody's policy. I just want to be 100% clear about that, okay? So what could I have done? I could say, well, hey, look, I rented this place out to you for $9,600. I'm going to need another $9,600 for another month. I could do that, which means what? I charge the $5,000, which they can get from their insurance company, and then the other $5,000 they have to come out of pocket, or $4,000? No. So I tell them, hey, let me call your adjuster. Now, remember, I've been in the insurance industry for a really long time. So having these conversations, I have zero problem doing, and I know the lingo and I know the language. So their adjuster calls me today and she tells me, she confirms for me how much coverage they have available. And she says, well, Tanisha, I don't know what they're going to do because they can't afford this place based on the coverage that they have left available. So again, I could have said, well, oh, well, sorry, so sad. They have to go find somewhere that they can actually afford within the limits that they have available. But why would I do that? So let's think through this. I have a guest who's already in the house. They seem to be taking great care of it. Their house is not ready for them to move back into. They are a family and they have lives and they have children and they're all set up in this place. So why do? Purpose over profit for me. I tell them, I can work within the remaining amount that you have within your budget. I will just extend it for the entire month of August. So now I'm technically getting half the rate that I got for last month. Now, how many of you would have done that? And I really want you to think about this, because there are some people that would not have said, hey, I can cut your rates and offer you to stay for an entire month, again, at this lower rate. It's significantly lower. And based on this region and the time of the year, I could easily charge that same rate over and over and over again and find it, because I have a lot of relationships. But I didn't want to do that to the family. And so I implore you to think about, as you're starting your business or you're taking on clients, really ask yourself, if I get myself into this particular situation, what am I going to do? Am I going to tell a family that they have to leave? Am I going to tell this family, sorry, I can't take this reduced amount, and so you have to find somewhere else to live, which really, again, for me, it doesn't leave a good experience for the guest. It doesn't leave a good experience for really anybody. And so here's the cool part, because it came on Airbnb, I'm going to be able to get a fantastic review from them on Airbnb. So it's going to boost my Airbnb ratings. But also, at the end of the day, I get to go to sleep at night knowing that I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do, which was to provide quality housing to families at a rate that they can afford within their budget. And I don't have to worry about them wondering, where are they going to sleep? They can't live in their house. It's not a place that they can go to right now. So what else is their alternative? Now, they've already got a plan for the following month if their house isn't ready. We're working together on that, which is great. I feel really good about the decision that I made today to take that reduced rate just so I could keep the family there. And really, it keeps me from having to chase down another guest, because that does happen. Like, a lot of people think in midterm rentals, oh, I never have vacancy. I never have to work hard to find a guest. That's just simply not true. There are times where you're going to have to put in some extra work, and you're going to have to pick up the phone. You're going to have to go talk to some realtors. You're going to have to go talk to who knows? There's a lot of reasons why there are vacancies, no matter where you are. Yes, can you get lucky and have extended ones where your vacancy is cut down? Of course. I have a housing request that I'm working right now, and the person's going to need to stay for 9 months. I have another one with someone that I do marketing for on their property, and I help them with hosting. And we just got an extension on their property. Started out with us for a month. We just got an extension request until February of 2024. So there are those times where you're not going to have any vacancy, and it's awesome. And there are times where you have vacancy and it's not so awesome, which is why you really need to think about, where's your money going? How are you saving your money? How are you setting aside for those times of vacancy when they do actually occur? because it's inevitable that it's going to happen. So I really just wanted to share that with you and really get some feedback in the comments. Like, what would you have done? Would you have kicked the family out and tried to find somebody that could pay more? Or would you have done what I did, which was just taken the reduced rate and let them stay in the house? I'm really, really curious what you would do. And, I've been adding some links. This is a side note. I've been adding some links down in the description. My link tree is there. So if anybody has deals that they're interested in sending over to me to look at for me to potentially purchase, my buy box is there. I'm buying on Creative Finance. And so on the next episode, I'm going to walk you through a property that I just purchased for free. Okay. Literally, the house was free to me, $0 out of my pocket to buy this house. And I'll walk you through kind of what the plan is on that house, how I was able to acquire it. I have a private lender that came in, so they're making more money than they made in the bank. If you're looking to potentially lend on any of our deals, I do have a link down in the chat. It's in my link tree. And also I have an Amazon store now that has some essential items that you can pick and choose from to furnish your midterm rental. I'm going to continue to add to that. So if you would like to check out some of the things that I use, or at least get some ideas, that link is down in the chat. And I really appreciate everybody who's booked a consultation with me, continue to support the channel. I went last week. I think we added another 400 subscribers, which is really, really awesome. I'm super grateful. And I hope that, what I talked about today just makes you think going forward about your guest experience and the type of host that you want to be. And so I greatly appreciate you. And Ace would say hello, but he's sleeping on my lap right now. So thank you so much for watching the show. Please, again, like and subscribe. Leave some comments down in the comment section. And until next time, thank you so much for supporting my channel.